that De Gea got abused and you deserve. But bro, two things can be true at the same time. De Gea did need replacing, bro, or at
Yeah,
least
he
he
did.
needed replacing as number one. Do
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Even if you would keep him as the number two, because the thing is, De Gea still hasn't got a club.
Yeah,
Like,
there was talk of him coming back at one point, wasn't there?
yeah, there was, but bro, like,
Can't imagine him
he's not
doing
gonna
that.
come back because he was on 375. We're not giving him that to come back. And even if we said, you know what, come back, we'll give you 200. Yeah, it's like the damage has already been done. You know, like that.
Do you know what? I think the thing is, if you look at De Gea, look, we all know that, yes, he had some stinkers as well. But if you were to look at the number of games that Onana has had stinkers in, and then you look at, yes, there were stinkers from De Gea, but you'd also have to talk about the games where he saved you. You'd have to talk about, if we sit here and we look at United's worst ever season since Fergie, yeah, we'd probably say Moyes' season, right? I would imagine. In that season, I bet you would be looking at certain games going, we would have lost that, 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 we would have lost that if it wasn't for David De Gea. Yeah.
Oh
That
yeah, for sure.
even though he had his bozo
But
moments,
he was goalkeeper in our worst
yeah,
era defensively, innit? With us going through all the nonsense we were
and he still
going through.
saved you. He won you games, right?
Yeah.
So yes, he might have lost you some games with bozo times. He also won you games with that. I don't know if you're saying that about Onana at the moment. I don't know if you're looking at games going, you know what, my man won us that game. I don't think you're doing that with him at the moment. But you are saying he lost you games. So I don't think it's worked out with him. I do think, you know what, I do think you're missing Martinez massively. Massively, massively. But do you know what? We're missing Stones massively. Everyone misses players. So
Yeah.
you can't, apart from that, who else are you really missing?
Sonny Martinez, really. Like
Casemiro, maybe.
no,
But
if we
you
use
weren't
Cass
winning
properly,
games when,
we're yeah,
yeah,
if we
this
if we use
season.
Cass properly, we're missing him. The thing is, Cass scored 5 goals in 8 games, and Man United fans were saying that he needs to be dropped and that. These guys are clueless. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is the funny thing about it. So I don't really know, innit? Like, look at even the Harry Maguire stuff. Harry Maguire's been playing. Harry Maguire's out here like posting stuff in his story to vote for him for Player of the Month and all these funny things like that. And it's like, bro, the guy's trash, mate. Know what I mean? And the way they're trying to sell this Harry Maguire like redemption thing, like
It's
it's
what they've
like
been dreaming of, bro.
yeah, it's like what are you doing? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's weird, bro.
This is the thing with United. Look, I know United in their prime. They gave me a bad childhood. Yeah. I know the levels, and I know that right now there's way too many Man United fans settling for mediocrity. And it's not just this season, by the way. It's been like this since Fergie's left, right? Even, I'll be real with you. Like, I remember a guy I worked with who was trying to go on about Jesse Lingard to me. And I'm like, bro, you man had wingers like Giggs, wingers like Kanchelskis. How are you trying to tell me about Jesse Lingard? Like, I get it, yeah, he's all right, but that's not the standards that you as a Manchester United fan, and it's just gone lesser and lesser and lesser. That the standards are just so low now that people, and this is it, that now people will do this Maguire thing. No, he's not good enough. Oh no, he's been all right this season. Has he?
No, he hasn't.
I'm still seeing bozo shit from Maguire. He's had one or two games where he does the basics. But Man United should not be looking for players that can just do the basics.
This is the problem. You know what I mean? And even the Maguire thing, bro, I'll be real, yeah? Like, people are, you know what? Harry Maguire is so bad that people are giving him credit for stuff that would go unnoticed if someone else did it.
Yeah.
Because it's so basic.
He does the
Do you get what
basics.
yeah, that's all it is. So, like, these men are talking about Harry Maguire, but really, what it is with the situation is he's so bad, people are just happy to see him not scoring own goals. And even then,
Real talk. Not having a stinker.
we're having to clear stuff off the line, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's just what he is. He's a poor player, man. He's a very, very poor player. And yeah, man, the sympathy that he gets from the media, bro, it's all about PR, man. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all about PR with Harry Maguire, man. He always seems to be getting protection. He's a terrible footballer, bro. Yeah. Like, and he hasn't improved. And the thing is, if they're saying he's playing well this season, Look at the Premier League and the Champions League goal difference. That tells you everything you need to know. He's part of a defense that's shipping goals for fun.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And look, when people say about if Martinez was back, do you know what? Yeah, I'm not knocking. I am not here to knock Martinez. Yeah, especially considering Martinez has only been at Manchester United for one season, and in that first season, he had. For me, he didn't have as good a season as some people would like to tell you, but he had a very good first season, right? It's not it's not a Saliba first season at Arsenal or Ruben Diaz first season at City first season, but it was a good, solid first season for a player coming from Argentina. Very good first season, yeah. But are you telling me that if Martinez comes back, that a Martinez and Maguire partnership is going to play a different style of football? Are you telling me that the high line is now going to be cooking, and that you're not? He will make a difference, of course he will, but will he make that much of a difference? And this is where I think it gets to a point of people remembering you are Manchester United and where your bar should be, not where it currently is, because the bar's too low. And like even Bruno, where Bruno scores a goal and certain people, I'm not going to say your name, but I know you'll be watching this. I love you, bro. But running into my lounge going, that's what I'm saying. Bruno Fernandes, my fucking captain. No, bro.
Hey, like, less of that.
Not over one goal. Like, not.
Nah, that guy sucks, bro. I can't lie. Bruno Fernandes sucks, bro. Like, man don't care about this my captain stuff. It's crazy. And this is the thing, yeah. We can't wait for man to score a goal and then all of a sudden it's a my captain thing. The guy sucks. Do you know what I mean? He does suck, bro. And he's bad very, very often. So it's like a goal doesn't make him a good player. Like, it doesn't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
not what you want.
It really doesn't.
Bro, Akanji scored some great goals. Akanji scored a few goals this season for us, yeah. But I'm still kind of there saying, hold on, hold on. Is that a diss on Ruben Diaz?
Where?
Ruben Diaz hype. Listen.
Who knows?
Listen, I understand Ruben Diaz last couple of games, he's not played well. Yeah, he's been very bad, in fact. But Ruben Diaz's first season at Manchester City, the season before Ruben Diaz came in, our defence was all over the gaff. Ruben Diaz came in, landed, and we won the league. And we've won the league every season since Ruben Diaz has joined us, right? Ruben Diaz is a very good player. I will hear that the last couple of games has not been as good, but there is a reason that Ruben Diaz won, not City Player of the Season. He won Premier League Player of the Season in his first season in this country, right? That don't happen by being overhyped. It doesn't. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I look, bro, there's so much to talk about with your club. Even the fact that some of your fans yesterday were moaning about the state of the ground at Galatasaray. And it's like saying we wouldn't treat away fans like this. You do. Bro, man have to stand in piss at your ground. So what do you mean? You do. Like, your ground is called the Swamp. I know you know it's Theatre of Dreams. We don't. It's now Theatre of Memes, to be fair with you. Yeah?
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's mean. And it's just very, very mad. The way the two clubs have changed is just different.
They've literally just like swapped over. Like, it's crazy. Like, we're the laughing stock now. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know? I think what really sums it up for me as well is Champions League. Yeah, because I remember round about this time last year, me having a conversation with Cass, yeah, about the Champions League, and I was like, and remember, this is before we started cooking. This time last year. I was talking about the Champions League, and I said the thing is, yeah, because we haven't won it, and this is a year ago, we don't fully believe in ourselves yet in the Champions League. We've done all this in the league, but we haven't done it. This is why in my lifetime I've seen Liverpool win 2 Champions Leagues and 1 Premier League, yeah, because in the Champions League they believe, yeah, they've got that history there. And I said to you, but as a United fan, yeah, if you man get into the Champions League this season, the next season you will be saying, why can't we win it? Right? Because that is the way Man United view the Champions League, because you've won it. And then look how it's happened. Like, that shows how much the bar has changed. Man United used to be, if we go in the Champions League, why the hell can't we win it? Now Man United are bottom of their group in the Champions League. Right?
Yeah, the Champions League's looking real unfamiliar now, though. I can't lie, bro, because it's like man are getting smoked by dead teams. You know what I'm saying? Copenhagen, bruv. Home and away, you're meant to turn teams like that over. You're meant to. Like what Arsenal done yesterday to Lens, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we're supposed to do to
yeah.
Copenhagen at Old Trafford.
And a reminder, that's an Arsenal team that have never won a Champions League, right? But they're now believing that. And also, let's even talk about the fact they went to Seville, right? Seville, a team that in Europe are proven, yeah. And Arsenal went to Seville and actually put on. I hate giving Arsenal credit, but they went to Seville and they got the job done. Whereas at the moment, this is a Man United team that I grew up. I never got to watch Man City play in Europe as I grew up, yeah. So I had to watch Man United in Europe. And Man United in Europe were feared, like, and I'm not meaning the seasons you won the Champions League. Every season in the Champions League, Manchester United were one of the favourites.
Yeah.
Whereas now you've got Copenhagen, you've got Galatasaray, who had never won in England. They're both above you in Europe, and this goes back to the manager, right? Bro, even if you were to look under who since Fergie, you've been in the Champions League under what managers?
Moyes, Jose.
Probably
Moyes, Jose, and Oli as well.
Right, and I bet you never finished bottom in any of those seasons.
I don't think so.
And this is a manager that has played in the Champions League before.
Moyes, we got to, I think, quarterfinals or something.
Right, and you're now with a manager that, you know, everyone was saying, oh, look what he did with Ajax in Europe. So what's his excuse then? This isn't his first rodeo. This is Eddie Howe's first rodeo. This would have been Ollie's first rodeo in the Champions League.
Yeah.
This is Arteta's first rodeo in the Champions League.
Yeah,
right?
This ain't his first rodeo. He's come from teams where he's been.
And what's going on? He can't see out results against average teams. So, look, I keep Ten Hag as long as you man want. Right? I have no agenda about getting Ten Hag sacked. Trust me, yeah. Keep him, but it's not adding up. The maths ain't mathing at all.
I just don't see any reason to keep him. Do you know what I'm saying? Just because he's already gone against everything that he was supposed to stand for. He was supposed to be the guy that comes in, gets us playing a certain style of play. Now he's saying he don't want to play the Ajax way, and he's just happy that we're playing adventurous football with freedom. And it's like, bro, we've got no structure off the ball, bruv. You're talking about freedom and adventure and all this rubbish here, but we're leaking goals, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're leaking goals. Like, that's crazy. Like, how the hell can you be... I think we scored 3 goals in every game, yeah? And lost all of them. Do you know what I mean? Like pretty much all of them. Like, how do you score 3 goals away from home and leave with nothing, bro?
Bro, listen. I can tell you now that players like Casemiro, players like Varane, yeah. Do you know what? I'll even say players like Onana, yeah, because he's come from an Inter Milan team. If they're having to hear their manager talk about, I'm happy we're playing with freedom after you're bottom of your group in the Champions League. This is Casemiro and Varane, who have won multiple Champions Leagues with a Real Madrid that play with structure, yeah, that know about making sure other teams don't score as many goals as them, yeah, making sure teams don't score goals against you. They're going to be sat there thinking, what the fuck is this guy going on? He's happy that we're playing with freedom. No, don't play with freedom. If a player is playing with freedom and it's meaning that when we're 2 goals up in the Champions League, we end up drawing 3-3, drag him and put on a player that is not playing with freedom. Put on a player that is playing with discipline and structure, right? And mentality, not with freedom. That's honestly, and that's the way your players with winning mentality that have been there and done that will be looking at this guy thinking, I'm losing faith in this guy because this guy's praising people that are not getting back. You know, and not getting back and putting a foot in. McTominay in that second half against City just only looked excited when he got to go forward, right?
Yeah, but that's him. That was him yesterday. He scored the goal. Yeah, first half he completed 8 passes, bro.
And then you know, Ten Hag will come out and praise him. It's like, no, know your position. A goal is a bonus. Your position is not about scoring goals. Your position, especially when we're 2 goals up, is about defending. Is about you know, and like I said, look, it's you've got to think about the way that winners, the ones that really know how to win in that changing room will be looking at your manager thinking, what? These are not the fundamentals of football.
Mhm.
Do you know what? When you're performing to a certain level, you can talk about freedom. When you're bottom of your group in the Champions League, yeah, you can't be talking about freedom. That's like Arsenal in their worst going, you know what? No, it's fine that Ozil deserves to have a free role. He's a luxury player. No, not when you're performing the way you man are.
Yeah,
Luxury
freedom
players,
freedom is earned. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of these players, they just need to be taught how to play in a structured system,
yeah,
bro. And then once we get that lockdown, that's when you can start giving players freedom to express themselves. Right now, bro, when I'm watching Newcastle, you can see Newcastle in the
yeah,
stage where it's like, yo, we're just gonna be difficult to beat. We're gonna be disciplined. Everyone's gonna be workmanlike. Do you know what I mean? Without it being boring.
yeah.
Like Newcastle are structured and disciplined without it being boring, bro. And that's what Man United need, bro. They need structure. They need discipline.
They
We
need
don't have that,
Ancelotti.
bro. We need Carlos still.
That'd be if you get him. That's an interesting one. I'm not going to lie. If I'm a Man United fan right now, right, I'm a City fan. Listen, if you get Ancelotti, I'm going to be like, okay, right. That's someone that could come in and he will strip it back, and it will be, look, if you want to keep Casemiro and Varane, that's the first thing you do as well, by the way, because that man will come in. They'll stay. They'll go, we trust Carlo, 100%.
Yeah,
We trust this man.
100%.
And he's going to, listen, he ain't going to be there telling man, I'm happy that you're playing with freedom. None of that. Look, at Real Madrid, he let certain players have freedom because he knew that the players at the back didn't have freedom. They had discipline. They had structure. They weren't playing with freedom. They were playing the way defenders and defensive players should play.